flourish, and they are starting off on that defense. So XSET should be able to get things going, and I do think that it's a little harder for the Astra to kind of get rolling on the attacking side. But what I love that the Astra brings to the table is the ability to lurk, right? You don't have like that range cap on your smoke, so we could possibly see, you know, Dwifo lurking, Weeded lurking, a whole lot of that just really playing around the map and working together to get that space, because Astra can just use those stars from really anywhere. As we see a few go down, it's a quick take towards C, and this is typically how pistol round goes, but maybe not expecting 5v5 is close into the game. Dash onto the side. Penny give her the first to fall. That's Weeded. Finding that kill. Aaron on 10 HP, able to find one. Finally going to get sat down as Zelstis looks to top himself off. Just about overhealed all the way. Vanity and Zelstis now going to work against 4 players. Playing out towards long in the smoke. The Gravity Well going to try and slow things down for a bit. They look to storm on through the dark cover. Zelstis has to go huge, but he LOS's the Devour. Only 3 on the round for version 1, and it was all Zelstis, but the round goes to XSET.
Yeah, you could tell that version 1 we're kind of playing more of a retake setup. You kind of have to a lot of the time on this map because it's just so big. You kind of have to pick and choose your battles and kind of pick and choose where your vulnerability is going to be. And unfortunately for them, they left Seaside open. XSET took it with ease, and the retake attempt just didn't come to fruition. You could definitely see that the gears were turning. They had some good cage placements to try to get back into Seaside, but the trading efficiency just simply wasn't there to contest as... Yeah, it just didn't quite work out.
Revealing area.
Version 1 yesterday were doing a pretty solid job in these eco rounds. Not necessarily this one, but the thrifties that they found themselves in. So we'll see if that comes back to play. Unfortunately, it didn't happen on Split. But again, Haven, you can play a bit more of that fun Valorant style, which is why we see Zelstis play that Reyna, right? Looking just to have a good time.
Yeah, he plays a lot of Reyna on this map, so not surprised to see him pick it up. Again, he kind of rotates between duelists depending on the map, and this is one of his maps where he favors the Reyna. Has been nerfed some time ago, but still can be very impactful in the right hands. Pure catching player 1, getting aggressive there on the C side. Again, not a whole lot you can expect out of E1 in this round. They do have a couple of little gimmicks out there, particularly the Bucky on Vanity, but definitely not able to really put up a fight here in this round.
And one of those rounds, again, where you kind of just look to stack somewhere, give something up, and try and play retake, or at the very least, exits to try and hurt the economy going into the bonus. 2 members now down for version 1. The Bucky still online. Zelstis still has that frenzy in hand, so can look to do damage, but this is, again, it's all the weight coming crashing down early here in Haven.
Yeah. Vanity just gets caught there. I mean, they're just kind of cannon fodder at this point. Not a whole lot that could be said or done there, as it is going to be a clean round from XSET. No players lost. Alt's building quite nicely on most of their agents already. Zelstis not too far off the Empress in his own right, but now economies are out. Bit of a bonus round, but see, I like this because we did see a Bulldog come out from Aaron, so they do have at least 1 rifle coming into this round as opposed to just all SMGs. Gives them a little bit more firepower. And here's where we're going to see the Astra dominance on A control. Look at how they're setting up on A side. It's going to be so hard for Effies to stop them from getting into sewers and stop them from getting this control.
Scanning ahead.
Oh! It was pulling them in. Unfortunately, not able to get too much there. The Gravity Well, Penny able to trade 2 kills back. This rifle looking a whole lot different than what we've seen from version 1 in the past, and it kicks off with Penny finding 2 quick kills. Make it a 3rd here, as the 2 remaining have since taken this site, but unfortunately they don't have the spike in hand. He's looking to make contact with the Phantom. We did get a fall, and Dwifo, he's going for a little around the world play here in 1v4.
Yeah, kind of hoping for a miracle at this point, which is all he can really do to have a chance to reel this one back in. V1 did such a great job countering at A with just that heavy sewers pressure, and I'm surprised that XSET didn't pick up on it. They got rinsed by Penny. Peeking that angle. They're putting a lot of focus early on getting up long, and they're doing a great job with that aspect of the split, but just got shut down on sewer side. BCJ just got kind of caught off guard, I think. Maybe they thought the stun would have slowed down the push, that the timing that was found by Penny, he kind of got past the Astra Star and just blew that play up. So great timing there from V1. Great aggression from Penny, and a big result to get around on the board early here. But now the full economy is out for XSET, and they're looking to get that early mid control, possibly into some aggression at the garage.
Vanity. That's the Spectre in hand, I believe. Tossed over a rifle to Zelsis. In this round, feeling more comfortable with that Spectre. Blade's gonna be taken down immediately. Player one, huge kill there onto Pure, and they just continue to follow up. Version1 starting to battle back here, hurting the economy. This is a huge round to win over XSET.
Absolutely. Great job by player one to kind of use the pressure they're putting on Window to find his timing to peek in from the halls, get his kill. Smoke dwindles. Vanity can strike. Now they get aggression on middle with the drone. Zelsis used to take control of Window. He gets his man as well before traded by Thwyfo, and now they just have such a big man advantage.
Getting a little crazy there. Effie's on those jiggle peaks, ends up getting tagged up and doesn't want to take the fight any further. But as far as XSET goes, Weeded and Thwyfo not necessarily the best for wear here. A couple of stars still available, but I can't imagine
30 seconds left.
we see those being used. Weeded gonna be spotted out, and Penny, oh my goodness, the shot there and the dash right after the quick reactions only leave Thwyfo once more. This time, again in a 1v4. Gonna push through the cyber cage. Run out of time. Has the spike in hand. Needs to be wary of what's behind. The neural theft was used, but to no avail.
Yeah, that was a very optimistic use of neural theft in a 1 versus 4. I don't know that he would have been able to get too much value out of that. Would have liked to have seen him maybe save it, but either way, Version1 doing a great job with their aggression. You know, just being willing to take fights early. They're catching some good timings, particularly player one that round did a great job with the pick and then the cage for, you know, Sanctuary to get away. They did a great job shutting down the A pressure of XSET the round prior. And it seems like XSET are, you know, kind of now going to spread the map a little bit here. They're constantly starring off Effie's at long, but now they're starting to also try to get that early mid control and not just full commit to A side. Again, Penny keeps kind of beating that stun that we're seeing Weeded try to put in Sewers, and I think that Penny's constant pressure at Sewers has really been the counter to what XSET are normally able to do on this map with that Astra getting that A control. That's been huge for Version1.
Yeah, and what hurts the most about a play like that too is you won't know until you look back at that how far away you are from hitting that stun or how close you are and where you need to reset up, because there's not really, I guess you can take a peek at the end in that tab screen and, you know, kind of get those confirmations, but it's not something that's probably going to be fixed in this map specifically.
The thing is, XSET's used to being able to dominate that in their previous Haven games that I've been watching throughout the rest of this bracket and even in the qualifier. Like, they're a very strong Haven team, and a lot of it has been based on that Astra play at A side to kind of unlock that site, but also to set them up later on in the half where they force, you know, defenses to respect A and that creates opportunities elsewhere on the map. But they haven't been able to do that yet. But now they're looking to charge here up long.
Penny not spotted out. Thwyfo looks away at just the wrong time. The dash on into the side. Another kill to come through for the Jet, and Zelsis is there to back him up. The dismiss to get away, and the cavalry has arrived. Once more, Vanity to close it out.
Yeah, again, Penny and company are doing such a great job defending this A side of the map. We're seeing them find their aim, find their individual form, and again, they're doing great on, you know, getting those forward angles, particularly that Sewers pressure. Penny has been doing time and time again. It's been such an X factor in disrupting XSET's attack. And I'm not sure what the adjustment will be here from XSET. You know, they haven't gone for, you know, anything, you know, particularly strong at B, but that's not normally their style. They're normally more of like an A or C team, as most teams kind of are. B is always kind of a fallback option. You know, you're normally trying to get that garage control or get A, but now they are going to test the waters heavily at B early on here.
And it's 4 Buckies and that are going to lead the charge here in doing so. Level just outside. Garage door is going to go wide on the shot, but still gets the reset and the kill. The showstopper looking to find another player one. Only good for one as that Cosmic Divide comes online. And this B retake going to be a whole lot harder now. We find ourselves cut down to the last 5 players. 3 for XSET, but Thwyfo low on HP in that drone. Well, that was kind of a wash there on the peak. Unfortunately, not finding a whole lot. As the Cosmic Divide comes down, though, things are looking a bit more doable. Full HP, no, make it 0 HP for Effies, and Vanity has to do it again. Needs to clutch up, needs to be that one-player cavalry here. He's running out of time. The dark cover, he is going to get spotted by the Recon Bolt. 3 HP in a dream. It's everything. They're throwing everything at him. He had to just send it. It was the Buckies that got it done here. Dustin tied us up at 3.
As well as that showstopper to really kind of add that next element to the attack, shutting down that first rotator. Yeah, great pivot here. Almost feared the worst for Twyfo in that scenario. Would have felt bad for him as he had it lined up perfectly, but was able to recover on the second shot. And again, just kind of mop up from there, able to collect some free weapons as well, get those upgrades on those Bucky players, get some rifles aplenty. And now they're, again, going to try to go for that A pressure. This time, Penny is not on Sewer's side, so this time XSET might have a little bit better of a time implementing their normal game plan.
Revealing area.
And they opt into just leaving that star hanging out towards long. Hunter Shiri going to be queued on up. BCJ looking for something, trying to clear out the site. Is able to get a tag, and there's the sit down. Pure pushing through, and you said it. Nobody pushing up from this defending side into Sewers. It gives so much free reign for this XSET squad. They not only take that position, but they find a kill while doing it, and now they're continuing their onslaught on the A side. 3 quick kills, make it 4. And again, Vanity finds himself all by his lonesome.
Again, XSET showing you that they can be explosive when they need to be. They're very good at playing that fast-paced style. They're very good at layering their utility together, combining those agent abilities, and just laying into a site. And with no one there to contest them early to disrupt their plans, they're able to implement their full set piece efficiently. Vanity trying to fight back, finds one, but still a tall task ahead of him.
A very tall task. 3 ahead. The shock darts chipping away, and they've got the information and the shots on target. Pure was low, so could have found another, but either way, XSET reclaim the lead.
Indeed they do, starting to impose their will once again on Version1. Version1, definitely more of an attacking favored team on this map. I think they're only 51% win rate on the defense, whereas they're 64% on their attack. XSET a more balanced team, 58% on both sides of the map since BCJ's been on the team, and again, up against usually higher caliber opposition. Just to give you a lay of the land as we tick into our 8th round. As you said, XSET with a slight edge. But now we have a couple of ults in play for Version1. They're still fully loaded with firepower. BCJ looking to put that pressure on C early here.
Oh,
and
he's trying.
Okay.
Oh, the last round in the chamber through the wall. Penny, you absolute madman. Both of the Jets gonna pick up a couple of kills across the map. 1 for 1 we go, but that spike plant now to come on through, and the retake to be mounted by Version1.
Yeah, I couldn't believe he survived for that long at A side. Penny eventually found this man, but now we have a 4-on-4 retake ahead of us here. There is a neural depth in play for player 1 that could be huge. Stars being placed by Weeded as he's able to escape the long. That's going to be great pieces of utility to really stall out the spike plant and set up those long-range duels.
Yeah, and that gravity well will pull a diffuser off the spike, so I mean, that's exactly what we're expecting to see. Nova Pulse for the stun. Version1 going right to work, though. Still have a whole lot to worry about. The spike now looking to get diffused. It's all up to Aaron. Unfortunately, not able to get it done. 28 HP is all Penny needed to find the diffuse here once more. We're all tied up, and like you said, Dust, if Version1 keep putting on up rounds on defense, it's looking really good going into the swap.
Yeah, they're very confident, a double duelist aggressive play style in their own right on the attacking side. Again, that is their favorite side, as it is for most teams, I would say, but the percentages skew even more for a team like Version1 based on their past results. As we are, again, back still on equal footing with firepower. Economies are vulnerable for both teams, though, to be fair, so this could be kind of a 2-for-1 deal type round. As XSET want to get back to that early A pressure. And Penny again going to look to contest it at Sewers, and he's been very successful with it so far. He gets past the star again. This time the Boombot discovers him, and he's forced to fall back. I like that. Yeah, I like the adjustment from XSET there. To follow up the pressure on Sewers a little bit more.
Yeah, and I mean, good on Penny for having them use more utility. Right now, you don't have that Boombot, and maybe you don't necessarily need it all that much. I mean, it amounts to nothing. A kill still to come on through as they look to push on the site. Zelsis and Effie's gonna pick up a couple, and it's gonna push him all the way to the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, look how quickly they pivoted, though. I mean, V1 are not expecting this fast of an audible to be called. Now they know, obviously, as they start triggering some of that utility of player 1, as they will make their way in. They will get the spike plant. Cosmic Divide goes down to help reinforce the take. Some stars will still be put in play on the spike, but that's a big catch to get Twyfo down that early. Now we see the neural theft come into play. Now XSET are in a lot of trouble.
Yep. Heaps of information there. Gravity well, Nova Pulse to follow. A bit premature on that one, and that Cosmic Divide about to go down. BCJ able to find one. Zelsis trades it right back. The dismiss and the reload is going to be the fall of Weeded. And Version 1 will grab themselves a lead here, 5-4.
I thought that was going to go way more in XSET's favor. They were able to basically kind of just dry peek their way up long based on putting that boombot pressure on sewers. They completely blindsided Penny from behind, but just still lost the trades, a lot thanks to Zelsis. Forced them to pivot onto C, and V1's retakes have been up to snuff here. Now we can see what we were kind of talking about earlier. XSET does not really have the economy to make a push in this round. They will go for some Buckies and a little bit of upgrades elsewhere too, but definitely going to be hamstrung this round to have as much impact as they're used to. V1 are really turning the tides of the series around here.
And they definitely can't count out the Buckies, although last time it was 4 Buckies and Expector. This time only 3, but it's that same exact play. No showstopper available, but Pure does have the blades online, and there it is, the showstopper, yeah, coming online. And if you're Version 1, you gotta be a little scared. They're looking to go on the flank. So much damage, but again, Dwifo, he whiffs out on the shot. Aaron still finds a kill, completely nearsighted by the Paranoia, and Vanity looking to trade it back. No, it's player 1. Vanity already taken off, as has the rest of the squad gone down. It's up to BCJ in a 1v2. Recon Bolt gonna give away the information, gonna give away the spotting halfway on the spike, and the shots again wide. Zelsis, I mean, what is he doing? Is this the Matrix? He just keeps dodging out on the pellets.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job here. Really picked up the pace. We talked about how quiet he was on split. I think through a lot of that first half, he only had 1 frag to his name on the attacking side. Here we able to see him start out on defense, and he's had substantial impact throughout this half. Great 1v1 here against BCJ. Like you said, XSET trying to run the same gamut they did prior on a round like that where it worked. That time, not the case, though it was quite close. Version 1 starting to really gain control of the map here. They're up 6-4 now. Money is back for XSET, but again, they've struggled to, again, kind of run through their playbook the way they're used to. But this time they catch Penny. He does spot 3 players, so he knows that they were set up for a heavy C play. Gives V1 a chance to rotate a little bit quicker, but still they're behind in the numbers by a substantial amount.
Oh, wow. Vanity gets tagged out by the Owl drone. Tries to use a shrouded step to get away, but right into the crosshair. Pure Zelsis with the Empress online, able to find the heal and the dismiss to get away, but Pure continues to find some extra kills. It's up to Zelsis and FE's lower on HP, and you said that Empress is online, so they're looking to grab some more. Shock Dart's going to go just a bit wide and not going to deny anything too much. And this spike actually creeping up off the C site. Now they're starting to beat the Stampede coming on through, and they just get mowed down.
You almost wonder if XSET were trying to get a little bit too fancy there. They had control of C site. They could have easily planted, but they wanted to try to put the pressure towards the defensive spawn and maybe pivot. And they just got run right into a crossfire and absolutely torn apart. I don't know what the thought was there. Maybe they thought they were getting flanked at long C or something, or flanked through garage, and they wanted to, you know, pivot to A and try to get around the defense, but they wound up just getting run right through the blender. And now V1 are just starting to really get a grasp of this.
It took them a couple of rounds, but they've got that full read that they need onto this XSET roster. Zelsis continues to find kills. The dismiss as the Devourer available is going to use it. Weeded on the back foot now. 35 HP is able to find 1 kill and trade it back. But now it's all up to Weeded here on the Astra. Last round of the half, and Version 1 are trying to claim 8, and they do just that here, Dust, on their defense.
Again, I really think that the story of this half and why V1 were so successful is really based on their aggression on the A side of the map. It started out with Penny, time and time again, being able to have impact, doing these aggressive pushes through sewers, beating that timing on the stun, and being able to just disrupt XSET before they could really get going. And then later on, it was other players. It was Zelsis being able to anchor the site effectively. And in that final round, it was a combination of the two. Zelsis aggressing with the Leers up long, as Penny time and time again stamping through sewers and just pinching on that XSET offense. And That did them a world of good as they now have a solid lead. And again, now they're on their more comfortable side, on their attacking side, on that side of the map where they had that 64% round win rate with already a lot of cushion. They're probably feeling very good about how things are going.
Oh, I'm a little sad I didn't get to see the lineup there, but it doesn't matter. They're lining up. No, 2 for 2 we go. So favorable for both of these squads. I guess it does lean a bit in XSET favors. Player 1 down to 20 HP. It's only going to take a leg shot. There's the spike on the ground, so no tricks this time around. Zelsis and Vanity, I need to try and get something done. Vanity now needs to try and get something done as Zelsis unfortunately caught on the reload, and the headshots just too strong against that Reyna classic in hand. Just a round's a coin flip. A couple of right clicks could really swing this in favor of V1.
Yeah, great round, though, by BCJ. Just shutting down that sewers push and the patience around that paint shell with the Ghost to make sure he found the good shots, didn't just spam bullets away. I'm going to admit, I'm a little bit of a BCJ bias. I'll just go ahead and say it. I've known the guy back when he used to play a little game called Battalion 1944. Some people may remember that as a World War II shooter that kind of died, if we're honest, a couple of years back. But he was a fixture of the NA scene in that game and did really well. As that was just some shenanigans going on there. Nothing to see here. And then he went on to play Apex Legends for a bit with T1. And, you know, I didn't really follow that game, so I'm not sure exactly how well things went, but he's made a great transition to Valorant, and he's kind of slowly worked his way up the rungs of what teams he's been able to get opportunities on. This has been his biggest opportunity yet, and he's really capitalized on it, I feel like. Really starting to turn some heads. Glad to see him do well. He's a really nice guy. And, yeah, big play that round. Keeping XSET in the hunt, as they should be able to get a little bit of a freebie in this round. Keep the score close.
Pistol round, always incredibly important. We've actually seen, I believe, both bonuses lose in this series. I guess all 3 bonuses lose when we found a team in that bonus round. So I wonder if that's going to be the case here. We'll see what XSET can get done, because they did opt all into Spectre, so they might be looking for a tighter run and gun strategy come round 3 of this half, although they've got some information that B might be the place Version 1 is keeping their eye on. Now spotting out both duelists. Shrouded step to get the spike down, and yep, they are just going to send it. Ooh, Satchel, the blast pack going to stop the plant for now, and Vanity just going to take his leave back on out, and they've got to reassess, but they don't really have the facilities to do it as the kills start to come on through, and you were hoping for a spike plant, but at the end of the day, you really just walk away with nothing. A nice little flawless there.
Yeah, good reads there by BCJ with the drone. Got a lot of intel. Not only did he get the dart off, but he was able to keep it alive and get even more intel on the follow-up flight. And as you said, there was a great satchel there from Aaron to push the plant off and allow them to get into sight and start challenging up middle with the superior firepower and just, you know, cleaning up the round. Now the bonus comes into play for XSET. Spectres across the board, up against a fully rifled Version 1. XSET, I feel like this is the bonus you need to get. This would be the one to really put through to keep this one close. If you are able to knock this one, they're going to really, again, just kind of get that momentum right back.
And, well, it's already starting pretty good for Version 1 on the bonus of XSET, finding that first kill. It stinks that Zelsis is forced to use that dismiss to get away. Oh, my goodness. Penny through the wall finds Thwifo again.
Bro, that is absolutely filthy that he just did that. I mean, show some mercy, man. He's got a family.
Yeah. And it was once over towards A lobby. Now this time out towards B, just finding the headshots through the wall. And that is kind of like a, here, take this. But sometimes you find the kill. Like, if you're going to shoot at me, I'm going to shoot back at you now. XSET do need to start shooting back here. They're down to their last 2, and we was able to upgrade the weapon.
I want a slow-mo replay of that, because that was ridiculous. This round's done. We just got to get the heck out of there.
Yeah.
Bringing over a Vandal's nice. They all had Spectres into this. Those decide to fold anyway. And my goodness, sir. Take a bow. What a shot. It was like one of his first bullets, too. Look at this.
Oh.
Thank you for the slow-mo. Great observation. Yeah. Straight wreck, bro.
Love to see it.
Just like, what do you do if you're Thwifo there? You're like, guys, I don't know what you want from me. Oh my goodness.
That is one of those things. You just got Valoranted right there.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no analysis, no nothing.
I mean, there is one layer to it where it's like at least he knew, you know, the timing and where to spam, but still a little bit of luck involved, obviously. This is really fast garage control from V1. I mean, that is rapid.
And not incredibly noisy. Obviously, you know that they're probably playing this. Okay, well, now you definitely know
Now
that there's
you
a
know.
handful there. I was going to say, you don't know how many, but that Cam getting a whole lot of info.
Knowledge is
Full
half the
rifles.
battle, Tanner, unfortunately. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a great catch, though.
And that's the other half of the battle, is finding those shots on target. Weighted, taking down player one, takes a whole lot of utility now off the board for this version 1 squad. And Pure has the operator playing back towards that defender-sided spawn, looking to come on through from that B connector. And that's not the best angle to find yourself. Aaron gonna go up top with the blast pack, dismissed to get away, but the kills being traded back and forth. This Flyfo still alive, still looking to go to work. There's the operator getting the job done, and Vanity with 10 HP, maybe Benunce to Pure as he popped the Blade Storm, but they have to go for the defuse here. Vanity not gonna find the shots on target. It's a right click from Pure, and it really just took probably the wind of those blades to cut down the Omen on 10 HP, but either way, XSET closed the gap.
Yeah, I think that catch and window was just so big. It gave them that instant 5-on-4 on the retake, gave them a little bit more manpower to start forcing those trades up close on the back hauls. I mean, obviously a good attempt there by Vanity and Zelsis to hold it off. They were starting to put some frags together, but eventually XSET were able to pull the trigger on a couple of big kills, get into the 2-on-1 and then close, and that's going to keep this game close, keep that 2-0 for XSET possible. Another big round up here with both economies so fragile. This could be XSET looking to tie up the game here and now at the victory, or version 1 holding them off and moving very close to map point. This is such a big round. Penny popping the daggers, trying to add to how lethal he can be. He could be such a pivotal tip of the spear to unlock something for version 1 to hold off this comeback.
Hunter's Fury popped from BCJ, trying to find something. Unfortunately, not going to get too much there. It's slow. We're getting back to rifles across the board, and
you can see the
neither
game
of these
plan
teams.
here, right? I mean, your XSET want to set up for that play with the Hunter's Fury that they already have here. Gonna be a tough call, though. Version 1 obviously have theirs as well on Effie's. They want to try to set up. I thought they were trying to set up for the C-take and then have him pitch back, as we often see on this map since the beginning of time, I feel like, in Valorant.
Yeah.
And it looks like now they are going to double it up here. Vanity held position at closet this whole time, and now they're going to come back and try to make it work. Actually,
And there's that
Hunter.
Hunter. Yeah, trying to clear some things out. Twyfo chips down, but the rest of the squad closing out the kills. It's a 2-for-2 across the map, and that Spike yet to go down. Now Zelsis looking to find the plant after using that Empress. Stars to follow from Weeded here on the Astra. They've got to find the retake. Zelsis chipped down low HP.
One enemy remaining.
Aaron finally oh my goodness, Effie's with the collateral. A couple of huge kills. Leaves it all up to Weeded here. No stars available, no ultimate, no utility, and no HP. Version 1 battle back here after a couple of rounds and punch their ticket to double digits.
Yeah, that early use of the Hunter's Fury, while not the insurance policy to hold off a defuse, just created a lot of havoc to get XSET some space. V1 some space, I should say. V1 making that push up, clearing things out. They go up to 10, and this is where XSET are in some trouble. They will be able to get some Buckies in play, a couple of Spectres being purchased as well, but I mean, their economy is kind of ravaged for the rest of the half with this decision.
Nailed them.
Ooh.
That's
And that
another big
hurts.
piece off the board. Yeah.
Hoping to find anything there. Well, not that, right? Not even any damage traded out. Yeah, sure, you have a sheriff and you're looking to play aggressive, but that was definitely a full send moment from Pure.
Absolutely. Some jet-on-jet action. Penny coming up on top. Penny has, again, just been playing so well this map. Had so much value added to his side as we see another exchange kind of break out here. Now B's being laid upon by Version1. We see Aaron trying to step through to disrupt it, unable to do so as Elsa stamps them out. And now they have a 4-on-2 post plant, and they look absolutely money on this map. They have just been awoken finally here after having a tough call in the first one.
Ooh, waited. I'd say does have a rifle. Nice little junk peek there. Unfortunately, only going to amount to 1 kill. And BCJ going to get a whole lot done, but going to find a whole lot of nothing there as Zelsis sits him down for a 3K on the round. Like you said, that buy up, it makes things a little interesting. You might not be full utility or full shields across the board. We'll see what XSET can get done. And if there was ever a time to mount your comeback, Dust, it's right now. You're looking at 11. You got 1 round to play with. You have 1 round to goof. But hopefully they don't do that. They need 4 in a row to tie things up.
Yeah, going to be very tough. Again, Version1, a very potent team on the attack. They're going to keep the op in play in the hands of Vanity on the Omen. Want Penny to have that rifle with the jet. Again, that grab while slowing down that A lobby timing, and that's allowing Pure to get aggressive here. And so, again, that is the impact that Astra can have defensively on this map. Unfortunately for them, Version1 just don't really worry about that. They're kind of, focused more on penetrating B, C side. They've been kind of avoiding all that. And look at this link play.
Ooh. Zelsis gets spotted out, a little bit of chip damage, but yeah, they push all the way through A-Link, open up so much space on this B site to get that spike planted. And this retake on the B site, it's something we see a lot, but it's not always the easiest. You have a whole lot to worry about, just like player 1 trying to creep on through, but Dwipo privy, and here comes the rest of the information. Neural theft to give it all away. Penny the next to fall. Showstopper gonna go wide, and Zelsis will trade the kill on out. Rifle versus ultimate. Rifle comes out every single time. Vanity gonna miss the op shot once more, and Dwipo had himself a round, only losing 1 here as XSET as a punch to 8.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in Version1 for having control of the link, having the post plant, and still electing to just funnel themselves into site and middle. I think that the key to being successful on the B post plant is to make sure that you have either garage control or you have control of that A link. It means that you're not kind of pigeonholed one direction, and it just it makes it harder for a team to retake because they have more space they have to take back, more angles they have to worry about. And obviously, when you kick the neural theft in on top of all that, it just makes it a much easier read for XSET to work things out. Obviously, praise to XSET for great coordination on that retake after losing so much ground so early in the round, but I think Version1 could have done better to close that thing out if they had just kept a little bit of that space they had taken for themselves.
Cage triggered.
No longer an operator here on Haven for either of these teams, which is interesting that we don't get to see a whole lot of it. We didn't see a whole lot from Penny yesterday either, so
yeah, it's understandable on the attacking side, honestly. Also, Vanity missed a couple of sitters there, so I think maybe he just wants to get away from it, and I can't blame him. He's been very effective with rifles. Look at the Dwipo.
In a really good spot. Unfortunately, player 1, you can't say the same. Caught out on the lurk by Aaron pushing through, and those are both duelists. Oh my goodness, Dwipo not spotted just yet. Able to trade 1 kill, and well, he got his. That's all that really matters at that point. Able to get a bit of chip damages. BCJ deploying the shock darts on the site, looking for some more, and Penny dangerously low now in a very bad spot, playing maybe a bit too aggressive.
I like this.
That Cosmic Divide cuts the map in half. The Paranoia gonna cut the vision, shut the lights out, but BCJ trades 2 right back, and Effie's on the flank. He's only got 10 HP, but can he find the information? Can he pick up both players here? 10 HP, picks up 1. Aaron, the last one standing, has a Hunter Shuri available as well. Recon Bolt gonna be destroyed. Now just trying to buy as much time as he possibly can. Here come the satchel charges. 10 HP, not able to get it done. It's the classic for Aaron, and XSET hang on a bit longer.
Oh my goodness, man. I think that was a great use of Cosmic Divide to ensure that Version1 could not really play post plant from long C, and it could help them establish their own maneuvers. It got scary though, as Effie's was being very intelligent in that 1v2 to get as much info as he could. He eventually just had to bite the bullet, take the shots on BCJ, and try to play out the clutch with the Hunter's Fury, but just a great use of Raze here from Aaron to close that distance on a very low health Effie's, and just knowing that he was low, he's able to use the Burst Classic, knew that just any little bullet that landed would do the job, and he's able to keep XSET in this hunt. as the economy's starting to get a little bit low on version 1 all of a sudden. In fact, both economies are very fragile, Tater, and this could be a wild ride up ahead depending on how this round plays out.
The round leading into that 8th round win for XSET was the one that they needed. And that right there is another kill they need onto Zelsis, no less. So we get to take a look at our player versus player in that Hunter's Fury.
Wow.
And it's BCJ coming out on top.
Yeah, he got such a great read early to be able to pop that Hunter's Fury and guarantee a frag, essentially. As we see Penny and company still trying to lay in on A with the daggers and what they have to work with. Neural Theft comes out as well here to help things along for version 1, but there's still a man down here trying to hold off this retake, and still a lot of utility left on BCJ, but he's getting pushed, but he's able to fall back.
Ooh, but he does get spotted by that recon bolt. They're not going to follow up on it. Oh, no, player 1 does. So player 1 pushing all the way through, cutting it down. An even retake here. Dwifo gonna find the kill there. Penny just floating across the site. We're in a 2v1 as Effie so far off the site. It's already halfway. And just like that, we're 1 round apart, Dust.
Oh, my. This is getting real spicy all of a sudden. Version 1's lead is gone. They were up 8-4 at the hatch transition. Yeah, they lost a pistol in the follow-up, but they were able to reclaim pretty early a couple of rounds to keep their lead flowing, but now the gap has withered away. They are right in a spot where XSET are just on their heels. And the money, again, is just in such a tight spot for both teams still. But they're both able to bring forward both rifles. Pure looking to the aggressive on long C this time around. Could be big if they're able to control this, as it looks like V1 are setting up for a C-split through Garage. BCJ going to get a bit of a read on that with the drone onto Penny.
Zelsis not spotted, so this could be a round for that player should they choose to play this way. It is going to be the drone, and now XSET aware that a bit more going to be thrown towards this Garage position. Shock Dart's looking to push everybody away for now, and a little bit of chip damage, not too much found.
Love the lack of commitment there from BCJ to make sure he stays alive and just holds window. They know that B is potentially under siege. Aaron has the boombot still available if need be. Vanity, though, going to get to Gong with the ult and make sure that B is completely under their control. They will get the spike planted, but again, can they defend the retake? Last time they struggled to do so, but Vanity holds BCJ off.
Yeah, 5 HP as they're starting to cut down XSET as they push on the site. No, the kill's coming right back. Weeded gonna be traded out. We find ourselves in a 2v2, but the Neural Theft will give up the info once more. Effie's gonna get swung on. Dwifo with a nice little 3K on the round, looking for some more, and player 1 has to go huge. We're gonna find ourselves tied, but instead, it's a 4K for the Cypher of XSET, and we're not at 11.
And again, version 1 in the post plant getting locked into the site. They can never really escape and find other post plant positions to spread the love. They just got boxed in. The Neural Theft comes through. XSET able to trade back very well, and ultimately they get a round win. Showstopper now available for Aaron. Pure away from the daggers by just 1. And now they've tied the game up. They have the economic superiority starting to come into play on the late end here of the second half where it matters most. They're starting to find a rhythm as well. Big quad kill there from Dwifo. And you can see what this has done to version 1. They have some guns coming into this, but you have a Spectre for player 1 having to be used just to make sure that they can have something. And yeah, they're starting to fade a little bit here. A timeout comes into play. Not a bad call. The problem is they're so far from ults except for Effie's and player 1. So it's really just going to come down to their base utilities and firepower. Meanwhile, again, Showstopper in play. Cosmic Divide not too far off. Daggers for Pure are not too far off. And they're starting to pick up steam just momentum-wise when it comes to form and just some of the decision-making. What can version 1 do? Looks like they want to try to put that pressure on A, but again, it's going to be so hard with those stars slowing down their A lobby control. Again, that's the power of Astra, and she doesn't even have to be there to do it. Can set up Aaron to get that forward progression.
And he does dash on through, though, with that sound cue. I would imagine Aaron knows that Jet looking to play up close and personal. And that Showstopper, the only ultimate online, a huge one. for this squad. BCJ gets caught on the rotate out. Weeded still undetected. Picks up one onto player one. Now trying to play around the site with 45 HP. There's the showstopper. Trading the kills back. And Aaron continues to go to work on this version 1 squad. Penny away from the squad.
Oh.
They're kind of split up here, but could have the flank. And it looks like that spike headed the opposite direction.
Penny is the linchpin of this round. He is the one that could blow this thing back up in Version 1's favor. He's got B control. He can even go A-Link. XSET are a little bit weary of this. Look how they're traveling together in a pack. They know that they can concede the plant. They will just play out the 3-on-2 retake if they have to. They want to make sure that they're not getting backstabbed so easily. I love this discipline from XSET. This is very intelligent. Yeah, you're giving up all the map. That's fine. You need to make sure that you're not having the wool pulled over your eyes in any sort of way. No gimmicks. You just want to be able to play this thing outright 3-2. And now time is starting to fade. Vanity has to make a call. Looks like B will likely be the planning zone. He'll be able to maybe get back towards middle. He tries to throw a bit of a fake with the smoke on A side. Penny goes looking through Link, but yeah, look at XSET just holding pattern.
Really nice, and they cut noise while doing it, so you really have no information here. If you are version 1, now that spike has been planted in the retake, positions a bit better than being corralled on the site, but not something that you should be worried about if you are XSET. The 2 players standing aren't necessarily ones that I'm expecting to do a whole lot in the close quarters. Aaron just looking to stick it. He goes halfway. The spray comes through. The Jet gonna be sat down. Vanity still alive with 51 HP. The spike is halfway. Can Vanity clutch things out? Yes, he can. There it is. Map point now on the horizon.
Such a big round from Vanity. Such a big moment for version 1 to pull off the 2v3 post plant, especially considering the spike went down halfway very quickly there by Dwifo. And I think it just came back to the fact that they didn't really check on Penny. And again, that was a big difference, right? They weren't just funneling to site in mid. They had control of window room. That gave Penny an alternate angle to shut down the retake, something that they were lacking in some of their other B executes. And I feel like that made the world of difference in allowing them to close out the round and take the lead back. And now it all comes down to this. Will we see overtime, or will we see version 1 maybe the closest margin possible?
Blades online. Frenzy in hand for Pure. Everybody on that version 1 side quite far from the ultimates, but we'll see how things continue to shape up here. Spike still down in the spawn as Penny looks to creep up once more, and they put a lot of pressure on this B side with the duelists.
Yeah, they've been doing that time and time again. Aaron's going to spot it pretty early this time around. Pulls out the boom bot to try to further slow down the progression onto B site. Stars start to get dropped as well near some of the planning zones. Pure has daggers popped, ready to fight immediately, but Vanity again doing so well, picking players off. Pure, though, strikes right back.
1 for 2, favorable for version 1 as Effys looks to get the spike down. Close to that Hunter. Sure, he doesn't have it just yet. It's all down to the last, and version 1 will get it done.